So here we are again, another 42 karat bar of crap to stow away in the what the fuck vault. That's right, today we're going to relive the horror that is Snow White. Happily ever after.
The continuing story of the Prince and Snow White.
Released in 1993 by Filmation, a company that doesn't exist anymore. Imagine that. The film was essentially part of a series planned by Filmation to do direct-to-video sequels of fairy tales that Disney had already made popular. Yeah, you know those assholes who keep making shitty replicas of popular movies in the hopes that complete morons will mistake it for the real thing? It's kinda like that. Only this one was trying to be a Disney sequel, which makes it much, much worse. And I've complained before about movies that, whether intentional or not, were ripping off Disney cartoons, but this one was even released the same summer the Disney version was re-released theatrically. So say what you want about Disney butchering the Grimm brothers story, these guys are the ones who really piled on the shit. It's like if you took all the shit in the world, remodeled it into billions of little shit monsters, and then had all those shit monsters take a shit.
That is one big pile of shit.
So why stop beating a dead horse? Let's watch the damn thing. So the movie opens with good old Dom DeLuise reminding us of what happened in the real story.
And of how the good dwarves tried to hide her from sight. And who can forget how that wicked queen, the Crepe, gave Snow White the apple to cause eternal sleep.
Watch me faggot!
So the movie begins and already I'm confused. Were there ever any dragons in Snow White? Was there ever any hint of there being dragons in Snow White? Again, demon minions? Not in Snow White. In fact, I'm already suspicious that these fuckers got Snow White mixed up with Sleeping Beauty. Which movie are we trying to rip off here, guys? So the evil prince, or king, I guess, since he's the evil queen's brother. What do you call the sibling of a queen? Anyway, the evil guy shows up voiced by none other than Malcolm McDowell.
Where is my sister?
Oh, Malcolm McDowell. How does a great actor like you keep showing up in shitty movies like this, and then be treated like you practically begged for the part? Malcolm who? Oh yeah, that British guy? Well, I do need a new villain for the Star Trek movie coming out. I guess you could do that. How about some crappy children's flicks? You said he was an actor, right? I mean, fuck. I wonder what McDowell himself has to say about all this.
Stop it, please, I beg you!
I thought so. So yeah, Lord Malice, subtle, I know, tries to figure out what happened to his sister.
Oh, keep it down, you noisy creep. You're ruining my beauty sleep.
How dare you!
Do your worst, as you can see.
I'd rather be violated by a tree.
Your magic casts no spell on me.
Oh god, of course, I was close. Malice learns that of course the queen was killed and is given the embarrassing story of how she was done in.
Jealous sister met her plight, trying to harm the fair Snow White.
No White? And who's the pretty boy she's with?
Yes, who is that extremely attractive man she's with?
That'd be the prince, your lordship.
Just the prince, huh? Doesn't that guy have a name? Though, something tells me his real name probably looks something like this.
From this day forward, I shall rule this castle and all that is in it. Snow White and her handsome prince.
Yes, Lord Malice. Tell us more about this handsome prince. Jesus Christ, man, I'm just fucking around. Malice turns back into a dragon to find Aurora, I mean Snow White, and, well, it wouldn't be a shitty kids movie without one.
Listen, kid, I think you should know, bad like me is the way to go. Being nice is just for sex. Being good is a handicap. I'm bad, see? You gotta be bad like me.
I'm actually surprised that they went with this song. I mean, I would have gone with the more traditional. then reintroduced to Snow White and the royalty formerly known as Prince, riding along to send invites to their wedding.
Is it safe to stop here?
Don't worry, Snow White. There's nothing to be afraid of. With the Wicked Queen gone, who would harm us?
Snow White!
Yeah, so Snow White's in trouble and the prince has to ride to her rescue. What else is new? Yeah, Prince, with that wicked queen gone, who could possibly harm you guys? And crossbow out the ass.
Watch this. I'll get her from behind.
No comment.
I've never seen such magic as this. Who are you? What do you want?
That works too.
I'll find your Snow White. You can be sure of that. And I have a very special fate in store for you.
Snow White runs like hell from the scene until she comes across a familiar-looking cottage.
It's the cottage of the 7 dwarfs. I'm so tired. I can't go on.
Huh. Have you ever been so tired that you passed out in front of the fucking door? That's right, make yourself look pretty. It's not like the prince is in mortal danger and all.
My, your cottage sure has grown.
That's what she said. So, for whatever drug-induced reason, the dwarves no longer live in the cottage, but instead gave it to their 7 cousins.
It's the 7 dwarf elves.
Dwarf elves? Nope, not a real word.
I just can't get it right. Come on. Come on.
And this one is apparently a Gozer in training.
There is something wrong. Thunder scares me. Even though I know I'm in good company. What makes you, you? And who am I? What can I do without blue skies? If the sun can keep shining bright.
As ridiculously 80s as this song sounds, I'm gonna fast forward through it. I mean, seriously, I'm allowed one, right? So apparently all the dwarf elves can do magic, while their dwarf cousins can mine.
And who's the one who sang the lovely song?
That's Thunderella. Mother Nature's called her up for review.
Mother Nature has called her up for review. I'm watching a Snow White movie, right?
Snow White? Our cousins told us all about you. You and the prince were to be married.
We were coming to invite the 7 dwarfs to the wedding, but something terrible happened. I was attacked and carried off by a horrid bird.
Didn't the prince come to your rescue?
Oh, he tried. We were separated.
And now I'm a completely useless character. The dwarf elves decide that they should go see Mother Nature and that she can help Snow White get her prince back. Oh, wait, Mother Nature? This is blowing my mind right now. You have a Snow White story with Mother Nature in it. Why don't we just put the Easter Bunny in the Little Mermaid movie? So of course Mother Nature is quirky as all hell and sings a song about how she pretty much spends her time throwing shit together until she likes what she made. And she's okay with how the dwarf elves turned out.
That's Mother Nature? Oh my.
The stuff she doesn't like, she flat out vaporizes from existence.
You better believe it.
What on earth is that?
Oh, she's botched it up again. But I know what she was trying to make. Of course, I wouldn't expect the likes of you to figure it out.
I know. She was trying to make a catfish.
What about this smart aleck?
A bullfrog!
I had no idea this movie pandered to kindergartners.
Oh, I hope I haven't goofed again.
Bet you can't guess that one.
Another stupid fucking pun. Moving on. So Mother Nature turns out to be the one who gave the Dorfells all their powers, but is pissed because they aren't using them the way she intended. I don't know, something about working as a team that obviously holds no significance until the end of the movie.
Help me when I can't be there to create harmony.
Oh. So you see, that's why we cannot tolerate mistakes in this line of work.
This is when Lord Malice shows up and pretty much tells Snow White that her prince is in another castle, and if she wants him, she'll have to come and get him.
The answer lies in my castle in the realm of doom. And not even Mother Nature can stop me there.
Oh dear, the uncivilized brute.
Says the guy who reproduces by having bees fuck his face. Snow White, in an uncharacteristic move that is obviously made just to keep the story moving along, decides she's going to travel to the Realm of Doom, seriously that's what it is called, to save her prince.
Well, it won't be easy.
Could the 7 dwarf elves come with me?
Yeah! You want them?
Took the words right out of my mouth, Mother Nature. So Snow White and the 7 Dwarfels head out on a quest not unlike that of the Hobbit, only with less Gandalf and more... vagina.
Look. It's beautiful.
Gives me the creeps.
So one of the Dwarfels does something stupid, surprise surprise, and causes a cave-in, the result of which traps... Orko! Okay, so it's not Orko, but just look at him! So anyway, Orko had been following the group since they left to visit Mother Nature, and the Dwarfels seem to believe that he's out to harm them. But Snow White's a dumbass and finds immediate sympathy for someone who she's never met before. I guess it's a good thing he wasn't trying to sell her apples.
That poor little man.
So Snow White and the others finally reach the Gates of Doom, or whatever, as Lord Malice continues to spy on them.
Soon I shall have my revenge. Perhaps I will provide an escort.
God, fuck this movie.
Do what you like with those idiot dwarf elves, but do not harm Snow White. I want that pleasure myself.
Oh, right. So Snow White and company make camp and continue talking about how evil the Realm of Doom is.
This place ain't natural. I think I have to give this place a facelift. Oh my goodness.
I don't think your powers are going to be much help here.
Not really sure why we brought you along, really. So just as you start wishing the wolves would show up to put me out of my misery, the wolves show up.
Stay back! I'm warning you.
Okay, who brought the dog?
Orko, of course, comes to the rescue and finishes off the wolves.
She leads a charmed life. Well, no more. I'll handle this personally.
Something you could have done in the first place. See? It was that fucking easy.
He's gonna do something horrible. I know it.
No, come on, what gave you that idea? In a completely pointless and unrelated note, Lord Malice finds Scowl, get it? Scowl? And instead of killing him, of course decides to tie him to an elaborate death trap in order to give Scowl time to escape.
Batu! Quick! Shake a wing!
Okay.
Oh my god, that's so adorable! After that pointless scene, we see the dwarf elves make it to Malice's, palace.
Now what? How do we get in?
Hey! Somebody let us in! We're here on official business of Mother Nature.
You know who Sunburn reminds me of? Snooki. Yeah, with the Jersey accent, the orange skin, the way she makes me want to burn down a fucking orphanage. As that's going on, Snow White finds herself in the palace.
Snow White, wake up.
My prince?
Does he have a fucking name?
Is it really you?
Who else would it be?
So, as you can probably guess, the prince isn't really the prince. And if that spoiled it for anyone, then you should probably crawl back into your crib, because nap time is almost over.
I wonder where he's taken her.
Needn't worry anymore. Beneath the queen, a secret door.
That queen sure has a nice bust. Ugh.
Tell me where you're taking me.
What's wrong, my dear? Don't you trust your beloved prince? Look.
You're not my prince.
No way! Weren't you guys gonna get married or something? And now you just got clued in that he wasn't being himself? Orko shows up to save the day, again, and is then killed. Okay, I didn't see that one coming. So now the dwarf elves show up to save Snow White. God, what the hell is wrong with this fucking scene here? The dwarf elves are kicking the shit out of Malice and Snow White's all, oh no, what should I do? Why the hell is this character so fucking pointless? She hasn't done one thing useful in this entire movie. No character building actions, no making big decisions, just going along for the ride and having everyone else do everything for her. And this is supposed to be our protagonist. This is who we're supposed to be rooting for this whole time. Well, fuck that. Orko's a more useful character and he doesn't even show up until halfway through the movie. I'm rooting for him. Oh yeah, he's dead. So the dwarf elves get stoned, thanks to Snow White not doing a fucking thing about it.
Come on, work!
Now, young Skywalker, you will die.
Hey, what do you know? Snow White is capable of doing something useful. I'm surprised the animators didn't just have her trip over her own goddamn heels and then accidentally wrap Malice up in the cloak. Yeah, I don't know what just happened either. So of course, the dwarf elves turn back to normal now that Malice is dead, even though all the other statues are still... Oh, you know what, fuck it. Poor Orko, we hardly knew ye. I mean, seriously, we knew absolutely nothing about him. And we get a 20-second montage of all of our fond memories of Orko, most of which we had already seen not 30 minutes ago. And big surprise, Orko was the prince this whole time. Why does this make me angry? Because bottom line, this whole movie was completely fucking pointless. We're given a protagonist with no redeeming character or sign of character growth whatsoever. It's just a one-dimensional person being helped along to her goal. It's almost like the creators were trying to make a role reversal to the original Snow White cartoon. You know, this time Snow White has to save her prince instead of the other way around. Instead of 7 male dwarves, she's accompanied by 7 female dwarves. It's a cool and clever idea for a Snow White sequel, but instead of doing it well, they fuck it up by still having the prince do all the work. Yeah, you know how many times Orko saved the group from peril? That was the prince the whole time. Even on a quest to save the prince, this fucking useless bitch still had to be saved by the fucking prince. You know, all this talk of a ditzy female protagonist who has to constantly be saved by her boyfriend and can't make any decisions on her own kinda reminds me of somebody. Oh yeah! I almost wonder if Stephenie Meyer actually watched this movie. Oh yeah, I went there. Oh yeah, and the Dwarf Elves keep their powers, Scowl stops smoking, and Frodo and Bilbo sail off towards the Grey Havens. So there it is, another shitty movie. You know what, forget this. I'm gonna try something different next time. I think I'm gonna watch a movie that has actual people in it. Yeah, a live action movie. That can't be any worse than this shit, can it? Oh, you already know the answer, just cut to the fucking credits. And scene.